We're moving on to the DC Ambulance Authority. A, appointment of board members.
Before I get to the people that I want to appoint, I want to, and I know this is a long meeting, but I want to maybe clear up some misconceptions. For those of you that I became involved, it's probably about 2 years, well, not quite 2 years ago now, because of the issue. And if you've read my letters that I wrote before I became a candidate, and if you attended any of the meetings where they meet the candidate, I did not say that I wanted to do away with the ambulance authority. I said I wanted to see it become more efficient. Never have I said that I wanted to eliminate the ambulance authority. Yet, people on the ambulance authority board felt that I said that. One of the local papers has indicated that I wanted to do away with the ambulance authority. I have never said, and I don't think anybody can refute or accurately depict me as ever saying that I wanted to eliminate it. I have said from the very beginning that, number one, it occurred without foresight, without looking at what it was going to cost. And being a small county, it's obviously hurt. Now, there was a comment about the reason that we didn't announce anything at the last meeting, and my response was that I was very, very busy with tax season. Now, I don't know if any of you have had periods of time in your professional life that you were restricted by deadlines, but we tax preparers are restricted by deadlines. And I'm very aware of that. That doesn't mean, and I didn't think that it was a situation that was going to be critical. We addressed the issue of paying the bills. We still have Mr. Flynn managing down there, and to the best of my knowledge, things have run in accordance with previous policies. With that being said, I am going to name my nominations, and I would ask one thing. This has been an issue for 3-4 years now. And we all can have differing opinions about whether or not the ambulance authority should have been formed. We can have various opinions. But it has gotten to the point where there's been many things that are mean-spirited being said. And what I am suggesting is that we all, and I'll include myself, we all hold our tongues and allow this new board time to look at the situation, and before we start with the mean-spirited comments again. I would hope that those wouldn't start at all, but let me go on to the item B. As far as the consultants, I have not talked with the individual, but I think he's probably tried to call me a time or two, but I'm not certain about that. But I have not talked with this individual. This individual has indicated that he would consider being a consultant. I don't want to reveal any names at this point because I haven't talked to him personally, and I haven't discussed any issues as far as the rate that he's going to charge, because if you recall, I said that I would discuss this with him, bring it back to the county commission, and the county commission could make the decision. Nothing is going to be done before we make a decision. Now, with that being said, I've got 5 nominees to be on the Ambulance Authority Board of Directors. The first, I am going to renominate, I won't call you Christine, Chris Arnold. She was on the Ambulance Authority Board of Directors. And what I told her, and I told her that I would be more than happy to say it in a meeting, public meeting, is she has an open mind, in my opinion, and she will listen to reason, and I'm assuming that she has experience on the board. She has experience as a nurse, right? So that's, in my opinion, is valuable. So one of the nominees that I suggest is Chris Arnold. The next is a gentleman by the name of Mike Bailey. Mike Bailey is retired Postal Service. He was a U.S. Postmaster. He has business experience, and he has personnel experience as postmaster. He managed several people. The next is Mr. Ed Cumston. Ed Cumston, as most of you know Ed, he was an educator, he was a business person, and I've always known Ed to be fair in everything that he's ever dealt with. The next person is Mr. Gary Talkington. Gary has served as the president of the Greenwood Volunteer Fire Department for some time. I don't think he currently is, but he has experience in emergency services. The last one, is Misty Smar. Misty has worked at the health department for some time. I don't think she currently works there, but she has a lot of years of health department experience. Those are the individuals that I am going to nominate as to the board of directors. The one thing that I request of these new board members is to look at this as a business. The Ambulance Authority needs to operate. Government needs to operate like a business, where you keep your costs low and live within your means. I know that sometimes that's not totally possible, and that's why county governments have to supplement. But it's the extent that I'm concerned with. So, those are my nominations.
You have any, Sean? Okay, I have none. I'll entertain a motion to accept these people on board.
So moved.
Motion has been made to accept these 5 people on the Ambulance Authority Board. All in favor, aye. All opposed, nay. The ayes have it. Motion is carried.
May I, Ralph?
Yeah.
I didn't know if you guys would have me listed on there to do my report for the month, so it needs to be announced on that section. We had 101 calls. 10 of those calls we got canceled en route because they didn't get us once they told us. 91 was a combination of emergency transports, but 86 of those were e-calls, and 5 of them were non-emergency transports. county residents only. We're not doing anything outside the county. But we've been doing a lot of house cleaning and working on some continuing education efforts. On April 18th, we had a good class with the 911 center going to the elementary schools and daycare centers and so forth, speaking on 911 and giving them a chance to go through the ambulance and talk with them about that so that they feel more comfortable riding me back. And we also did Project Isaac, which was a great time for us and for the students. The disaster planning meeting I attended with Pat and them was a good informative meeting. Hopefully we'll continue some of that. Did a class for the health department for healthcare provider CPR. We had 7 students from that. And we did a demonstration along with the West Union Fire Department, State Police, Dr. Sheriff's Office, and Health Net and Air Evac. Basically a DUI demonstration to try to prevent them from drinking on prom night. And we had great success with that. I think the students really enjoyed it and learned a little bit out of it. On our continuing education as far as EMT research goes, I'm not going to go through RESA because RESA would charge a fee for each student. I'm a RESA instructor, but I can go through Gale at the TSN office and do the recertification process, hazmat awareness, MCI 1 and 2, for no charge other than just the cost of the books and the test. So by the end of May, I should have my class numbers, and we're going to have them up there so that's open to the community and any department that needs those hours. And we are getting the bills paid, and we are up to date as far as financial statement goes. I got to get with Mike and have one prepared for you guys until the board presents a treasurer, and then we'll have that back on track. But I look forward to working with the board, and hopefully things continue to grow and get better.
I heard a comment on the promise demonstration, and it was very favorable. It was said that this person said it was very impressive. So those kind of things are appreciated.
Is Kim Messenger here?
No, we don't have it.
Oh, okay, that's never mind. We're not there.